How's it going, guys? B2 Brawler. Like, come at me, bruh. Oh, look, your little pansy blast can't even hit me. I'll just attack you like a ninja would.
I've got my money on the long bank with Spunk.
Sounds good to me. See, look, you can't even hit me. Ow.
That's gotta hurt.
The key to this fight is you don't want to let him get you right next to the edge, otherwise, yeah, you can get terminated.
From the planet
We got round 2. If you're trying to level up weapons, I wouldn't recommend it with this guy, because it's very hard to be able to level up weapons here.
This guy's on a rampage.
Because once you get him down to a certain level, he'll spin very, very fast and get really close to you, and it's almost impossible to dodge his legs. So, as you can see, you're getting hit quite a bit trying to get the stars up, and that's a negative, Ghost Rider.
Choose up.
See how we do on round 3.
From the planet Cerebella comes a colossal creation. Stand back for the big and the brainy. Let's give it up for the B2 Brawler.
TwiztidNuke helps quite a bit if you have it by this point, which most of you will if you understand how the leveling system works. We've been you used it early on when you had it. It was one of the first weapons.
This guy comes from.
As you can see here, I had him beat, but there I go trying to level up weapons again, and I'm gonna pay for it again. Really close that time.
From the planet Cerebella comes a colossal creation. Stand back for the big and the brainy. Let's give it up for
round 4.
B2 Brawler.
See how this goes.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Based on my nukes.
All he can handle. The furry guy is on a rampage.
He gets really close to the edge, so you can't let him back you into a corner, otherwise that's where you pay. See, now I try to do this again, I don't even think it really helped, because the way they based the experience, I believe they based it on not only the thing that killed the enemy, but they divided up between weapons, I believe. I managed to get him this time. Picked up a new gun. Blitz gun, it's almost like a shotgun, pretty much. Really good for close quarters, but the further you go away from your enemy, the harder it is to hit them, so wouldn't recommend the blitz gun for distance battles. And now we'll try the 60 enemies in 60 seconds. A lot more difficult than the 30 in 30 seconds, but not really. At the same time, as long as you keep a constant pace. But if you don't kill off enough enemies at a time and you wait till the last minute, you won't get what you want. So I recommend just using whatever gun you can. It does the most range damage, area damage, and use that. Not try to worry about leveling up necessarily certain weapons, because if you try to use a weapon that only hits one enemy at a time, you're gonna pay. So
I got my money in the long bank with Spunk.
we'll try the mega challenge, 10 rounds. Might be a surprise guest in here somewhere. Not really sure, but we'll see.
Guy's on a rampage.
After a while, you'll get tired of fighting the same enemies over and over, but it's kind of what has to happen because you've only been so far. And they like to throw generic enemies in there. They don't like to throw some of the world enemies in there, like just because I guess it's really easy to hire these robots and the guys with the maces and the little raid bomb things, instead of bringing in those missile thugs for less guys or the robot chickens or any of that. You pretty much can have all their tactics down after messing along. Got some ammo, and as you can see, a big surprise. Chainblade making his return after we already defeated him twice already. Of course,
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
he still thinks he can win. Just gonna decide to take him out quick with the mini nuke instead of messing around with other weapons.
Chainblade has been defeated.
And there it is, Mega Challenge defeated.
Congratulations on winning the Mega Challenge. Choose your battle.
3,000 more bolts. Now we get to the limited challenges. Very difficult. If you don't watch your ammo count, especially if you haven't upgraded your weapons, they hold you to whatever ammo you have. So it's better to upgrade your weapons. Round 15 rounds we gotta go. We only can use 300 rounds. Right away, guys, I wouldn't recommend trying to use bullets on all these guys, and make sure you, if you do, make sure you only use a bullet per enemy and not just rapid fire, because you'll waste a lot of ammo doing that. As you'll see, it takes about one shot to kill the little bullet enemies and about 2 or 3 shots to kill the bigger enemies. So if you want even a chance of surviving all 15 rounds with the same 300 bullets, you're going to have to conserve. Another trick is to try to get them to kill each other until you're down to one enemy, and then just kill that enemy. That's a pretty nice trick, and you'll have plenty of ammo left after that. Then again, you risk a lot getting hit as well doing that, but if you're good enough at dodging, you should be fine. But if you want a bigger challenge, then you can try to just kill everybody with the 300 ammo limit. But it's very difficult unless you do what I said and pace yourself with the ammo. As you can see, now that I'm conserving, I might actually make it here. But I wasted quite a bit of ammo. But by the looks of it, I shouldn't have too much of a problem. So we can move on to the next mission. And just so you're aware, the only missions you really have to do is the first 2 missions.
The furry guy is on a rampage.
Or maybe not even that. Just the first one. Because all the rest are just for bolts, which are very handy, but you can always make those later on. Especially if you're having trouble and killing everybody, or killing anybody for that matter. B2 Brawler is completely optional. Just the boss. So So if you want to test yourself, that's a good way to do it. Chain blade, pretty much a pushover.
Oh, you'll be feeling that in the morning.
Down to my last 14 shots here. As you can see, I'm letting them hit each other because I don't want to risk it. Because as soon as your clip hits 0, that's the end. They won't allow you to keep going until you die. So do whatever it takes to finish the round with at least 1 shot left. As you can see, I have 9 shots left. Probably would have had closer to 100 if I wouldn't have wasted so much. Now we'll try another limit weapon challenge. This time 8 mini nukes. This one I definitely recommend. You have them hit each other because it's harder to hit them with the mini nukes because you only have 8 of them, and that would mean you have to do 2 per round, and they're not always going to bunch up. So unless you get lucky like that, like just now, and it all depends as well, because if you have it upgraded, it does a lot more damage, so, and a bit bigger range, so that also helps. Not too difficult there.
You have won the prize.
This one here can be pretty difficult,
Enter Chain Blade.
especially this early in the game, because more than likely you'll use your mini nuke, which is your most powerful weapon, and you won't have enough to kill both of them with it. So I don't really recommend doing this mission just yet, but as you can see, I'll try it. Even with only 4 weapons. And that does it for the nuke. B2 Brawler especially is really hard without anything special weapon-wise. Especially if you're trying to use a relatively weak weapon like the Lancer. The Lancer isn't very powerful. And you can see that it takes quite a while to take him down with it. And they'll keep going back and forth, fighting you. And relatively failing, but if you're good enough, you should be able to take them at least Chain Blade down, but then B2 Brawler is a challenge in itself, so I'd recommend dodging as much as possible if you can. You need all the help you can get when you fight and if you try to finish off B2 Brawler, so. As you can see, doing some nice dodging there, but you can only dodge for so long, obviously. As you'll notice, as you can see, I let him back me into a corner, which you don't want to do. Stay away from the edge, because he can just easily knock you in there, and then if you don't get back up within two tries, you're going to be dead, so. As you can see, managed to finish off with the Blitz gun. And again, didn't have that the first time we fought B2 Brawler, but it is what it is. Endurance challenge. Not fun. 20 rounds. The enemies themselves aren't too bad. What you're going to notice is that they call it endurance for a reason, because your health has to be endurance. You have to endurance your health. You have to endure your ammo capacity, and early on in the game, you don't have nearly as much ammo as you would, say, halfway through the game or later on towards the end, where you'll have so many weapons you won't even know what to do with. But this early on, when you only have a few weapons at your disposal, you're going to be challenged even more. So, as I said with the tag team match, I wouldn't recommend doing the endurance round early on either, unless you're up for a challenge. Especially since the majority of your weapons are very weak in comparison. Besides the nuke, where you want to save that for bigger challenges.
This guy's on a rampage. I don't care what galaxy you're from. That's gonna hurt. I've got my money on the long bank with Spud.
As you can see, quite a long rounds. Takes quite a bit. The blitz gun with the area range helps take out quite a few enemies at a time, so it won't take very long. Only nearly as long as if I sat here with the Lancer and did it. Kinda makes you wonder where they found all these combatants to join this. They just go to a random planet and harvest everybody off the planet to come fight in their games for slave wages. Sucks to be them. Wrong day to be paid to be a slave, but I guess you don't have much of an option, really. Every few rounds, the hazards will be triggered, making it even harder. Now that I'm out of ammo for the blitz gun, I'm gonna have to switch to a different weapon, so we'll go with Lancer. Like I said, it's not very good when it comes to multiple enemies, or strong enemies for that matter. But it gets the job done nonetheless, as long as you have the heavy version. Heavy Lancer can do very well against the blade balls, but not very good against other things. Try out the ultimate challenge. See if we can get this done here. As you can see, it's less rounds. That must be for a reason.
I've got my money in the long bank with Spud.
Bunch of the same enemies, always will be. You have your two bosses, and then you have your 4 different variations of enemies. Kind of sucks that they don't have more variety in this arena here, but what can you expect? It's not like this is an RPG or anything. With most RPGs, you just get 4 or 5 enemies with different skin color or shades of color. And then you still get a multitude of enemies.
Slices, he dices, and carves up a main dish. Please welcome Chainblade.
As you can see here, we got Chainblade again.
I can't believe what I'm seeing.
Coming in about almost mid match here.
Chainblade's really got his hands full.
Of course, we're not gonna have much of an issue here with him.
Where did this guy come from? The furry guy is on a rampage.
Good night, Chainblade. Maybe that'll be the last time we see you.
Chainblade has been defeated.
Hopefully. Continue on.
It's like watching a train wreck. Wow.
Good thing about this is that they still give you health and ammo. Just in case. Still don't recommend doing this one either. Just because you have to go through waves of enemies, bosses and the like, so wouldn't recommend doing this with only like 4 weapon varieties. That way at least until you have 7, 8 different weapons.
Cerebella comes a colossal creation. Stand back for the
On 11, becomes B2 Brawler.
B2 Brawler.
Trying to use the Blitz gun again, like I did earlier when I defeated him. Second time I defeated him in the tag team. Like I said, if you let him run you into the pit there, you'll be in trouble.
It's looking pretty bad for this guy.
As you can see, he just died.
Choose a battle and win. See you later.
Just gonna exit for now, come back later. We have a better weapon variety. Don't want to sit in the arena for too long. I've already been in there quite a while. New little puzzle added. Key here is to have the little module with the 2 lines on the side there. Can be tricky, but obviously this is the first puzzle. First time the puzzle's been activated, so isn't too much of a problem.
Hey, this would make a nice souvenir for Clank. Yeah! Hey!
You have no idea what you're involved in. Return to your old galaxy immediately, or this will happen to you. Or this will happen to you. Farewell.
Oh.
Hey, don't mess up my picture. Maybe you should watch. Maybe instead of looking at the camera, you should make sure what button you push there, buddy. Not very smart when it comes to your own inventions. As you can see, this second one, a little bit more challenging, but also not too bad. Should be just about done with this planet here. Checking ammo quite a bit. We'll skip over Volcover Canyon for now. We'll head to Megaopolis. Save Clank. That's just about gonna do it, guys. I want to thank you for watching, and rate, comment, favorite, or share, and subscribe. Make sure to tune in for the next one. Peace.